Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be a different type of video for me. I've never done one like this, but I actually had a couple requests come through and I thought about it and I was like, I could do that. So today's video is going to be disappointing makeup products from 2016. So these are going to be products that I tried out in 2016 or maybe even like super late 2015. There's some old ones in here, but they're going to be makeup products that I tried out last year that actually disappointed me. Either I didn't like them, I didn't like formulas, I didn't like colors, I didn't like how they looked on me. There's going to be a variety of different reasons for why I found them disappointing, and you'll see as I go through. I'm not saying each product is super bad or you shouldn't buy them. You know, some of them are disappointing just for, you know, personal reasons for myself or even like pricing, you know, things like that. But I'm definitely not trying to say that nobody should buy these products or you shouldn't get them or the companies are bad. A lot of these products that I'm going to talk about, I actually love products from their brands. Some of them are like my favorite brands even. So definitely not trying to say anything super negative here. But I find these videos pretty interesting because a lot of times we do pass over things that we don't necessarily love. And we won't talk about it as much, but those are also really helpful to know and to understand why, because maybe something didn't work for me, but my con isn't a huge con for you and it could still work for you, if that makes sense. But yeah, because I saw a few requests come in for this video, I thought I could go ahead and do it. I have posted my best of 2016 video. If you want to see that, that will be linked down below where I go over my favorite products. I also do have a best of beauty giveaway going on where I chose 16 of my favorite products that were featured in my best of beauty video, and I'm giving them away to you guys, and that one is ending in a couple weeks, so make sure that you get entered into that giveaway. But if you would like to see some of my more disappointing products from 2016, please keep watching. So some of these products I do have on hand, some I don't. I've returned them or got rid of them or whatever, but a few things I can have to show you, other things I'll have to insert pictures. But one that was really disappointing to me, and it was disappointing because it was super hyped up, like this was definitely a YouTube made me buy it, is the NYC liquid liner. So many people talked about it, and when I first got on YouTube, everyone was like, in all of like the how to do wing liner videos, everybody was using this eyeliner. So I'm like, clearly I have to go get it. I found it at Walmart. It was, you know, super inexpensive, so I'm not bummed that I didn't love it because of the price. But this is what the wand looks like, and it's just a very, very like flimsy wand, which I don't think is great for making a wing, especially if you're just learning, because it's harder to have control of it. Like when I take it to flick it out, I have no idea where it's gonna go. I mean, it could go on my face, it could go to my next door neighbor's house. I don't know where this eyeliner is going, and it just is not for me. It also transfers a lot. I remember the first time I used it, I was trying so hard, and then I lifted my head to look up, and then just boom, eyeliner everywhere. I'm like, what the heck? I have kept it around. I play with it on days where I'm not doing like a makeup look, I'm not filming, I'm not doing anything like that. I still play with it, and I'm trying to get a handle on it because I've heard some other people say like, yeah, it can be difficult to use. It definitely is, but I was just disappointed in this one because so many people hyped it up, so many people said you had to have it, and I just found it really hard to use. So another product that I found pretty disappointing, this one because the like launch around it was so hyped up and the product just did not work for me at all. I don't even have it anymore. I might have actually just thrown it away when I was doing a little bit of cleaning up right before the holidays in my office, but it's the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, the waterproof version. The regular version in the pink tube is like one of my favorites. I have a ton of the Better Than Sex mascaras around my house. I got the waterproof one. It was actually in a like one of my subscription boxes that it came in, and I was super excited to try it. It was just like a deluxe sample size. I was so excited to try it because I remember when this launched, everybody was going crazy about it. The packaging was super cool where it almost had like raised water drops on the packaging, and I don't know, it was supposed to be like the best waterproof mascara ever. I didn't find it to be waterproof at all in the slightest. There was nothing waterproof about it for me. The amount of flaking, I used it in a makeup tutorial once. It might have been like my first impression makeup tutorial where I was using some new makeup, and I apply it, and within probably 2 minutes I zoomed in so you could see that there was mascara flakes all over my eyes, and I was like, I haven't even put my lipstick on yet and my mascara is already flaking off. Like, that one just did not work for me. Like I said, I don't even have it anymore. I think I probably threw it out, but that was a definite pass for me. So the next one I want to talk about is a liquid lipstick from Kylie Cosmetics. And some of you might be a little confused if you watch my Best of Beauty video because I mentioned Candy K from Kylie Cosmetics and I say it's one of my favorite liquid lipsticks. So the one that I want to talk about is in Exposed. So this is from Kylie Cosmetics, one of the matte liquid lipsticks, same as Candy K. And what I found really interesting about this one was that when Kylie first came out, I didn't place an order. I thought it was too expensive. The shipping was too expensive. I said I was gonna wait and see how the reviews came in. They came in really positive, and I was like, okay. So during one of the other like launch times, I purchased the Candy K lip kit. I got the lip liner and the liquid lipstick, and I loved it. Fell in love with it. Obviously, I mentioned in my favorites video, thought it was great, super long lasting, comfortable, no problem with it. So then a couple months go by and then she's having a promo. It was like a free shipping promo. So I decided to pick up another liquid lipstick for me and then a couple of other like giveaway prizes. And I decided to go with Exposed because it's a nude shade and I love nude. The problem with this one is that it's a completely different formula than Candy K. I understand that companies change their formulas. ColourPop is one that like continually changes their formulas. Kylie Cosmetics, I know, changes her formulas quite a bit too. So Candy K was one of the like initial shades that Kylie put out. Exposed came afterwards. So when I purchased Exposed, I purchased it because I loved Candy K and I was expecting to get the same formula or an even better one. Companies don't usually move backwards with their formulas, they move forwards. So I purchased this thinking I'm getting a bomb liquid lipstick, and it really wasn't to me. This wear time on this one is not good at all. It's definitely not the worst liquid lipstick that I've ever tried. I'm not trying to say that, but what's disappointing to me is that it's not like Candy K, and I love that liquid lipstick. And now truly, I haven't purchased another liquid lipstick from Kylie because I don't know what formula I'm gonna get. And that's the frustrating part when companies change their formulas so much. Like it seems like with every launch you're getting something different from Kylie, and I'm like, you don't know what to expect. And like I said, if it was only continually improving as the launches went on, then great, fine. But this was after Candy K, purchased it way after Candy K, and I was just disappointed that it wasn't the same formula and that it just seemed to be not as good of a formula. It was really drying on the lips. Candy K to me is not drying at all. Super drying on the lips, and then it wore off very, very quickly on the center of my lips. Candy K I can wear for the entire night. I wore it in a wedding. I did my makeup at 11 a.m. and I touched up one time throughout the entire night and was out till 1 a.m. So this one just doesn't last like Candy K, so that's why I'm disappointed. I still like it. I like the color. It's an okay nude for me. It's not my favorite nude. It's a good formula, but it's not fantastic, and that is what has me disappointed. I think if I would have bought this first from Kylie Cosmetics, I would have been like, oh great, that's a really good liquid lipstick. But it wouldn't have blown my socks off like Candy K did. So since I purchased it after Candy K, that's why it's so disappointing to me. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about Kylie Cosmetics and the different formulas, or even companies that continually change their formulas. It makes my job honestly harder when I'm recommending products to you because you just really never know what you're gonna get. So I feel bad recommending products that aren't, you know, going to have like that continuity throughout. Kind of makes me feel bad. But that was my thoughts on Exposed from Kylie Cosmetics. I did have some skincare that was disappointing to me in 2016. It was from Juice Beauty. I was excited to try Juice Beauty because I was hearing a lot of different bloggers talk about it. I was seeing in a lot of Snapchats, a lot of skincare routines. I was like, okay, I gotta try Juice Beauty. I tried out a set, and I do have a full Snatch It or Scratch It video on the set that I purchased, and it was hard for me because there was a lot of items in there. Like one of the moisturizers I just didn't even use. I tried it during my testing period and then immediately threw it away. I was like, nope, I'm done with it. I think I featured it in my most recent Empties video. I was really disappointed. There was a product in there that had such a tiny amount. I was really only able to use it 3 times. How do you even test something with such a small amount of product? I don't know. It also said there was like some sort of like bonus gift inside the kit. There wasn't. Just overall, it was disappointing to me. I did like a couple of the products in there. The peel especially was a standout to me, but also the kit on a whole. Like I buy a lot of skincare sets. I buy a lot of sets in general, but I do buy a lot of skincare sets, and you usually can be able to use them for a pretty good period of time and get an idea if you really do love them or not. And these ones, just each product was so small. Like even the cleanser, which was the biggest item, is already empty for me. I've already used it up. So that was just a little bit disappointing, and just for how much hype I'd heard about them, I don't know, I didn't see that it was worth the hype for me, but that was some disappointing skincare for me in 2016. A foundation that I really did not get along with was the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation. This was sent to me in a Choix box. I partnered up with Choix for a video a couple months back. It's a subscription box, but you actually get to pick out exactly what it is that you want. You get to pick out, I think it's like 5 items, and they send you like small sample sizes of it, so you get to pick everything right down to your shade. I picked to try the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation because a lot of people have talked about this foundation and said they really loved it. It looked horrible on me. It was so thick, it was so full coverage that it actually like hurt my face. Like my face felt tight. I was putting it on in the Choix video, and I remember just wanting to be like, I want to turn this off. I look so awful. I tried it 2 more times just to make sure. I used a smaller amount of product, but it was just a total miss for me. That's a really high-end foundation that gets a lot of like good feedback and bad feedback too. It's very mixed, but for me, that was a definite no. So the next one I want to talk about is an eyeshadow. It's a single eyeshadow. It's actually Pink Champagne from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I got this. I purchased this quad from Ulta. You could get 4 single eyeshadows, and then they sent you an ABH little palette as well. I got it because I feel like everybody was talking about Pink Champagne. There were so many tutorials that were featuring Pink Champagne. It's being mentioned in favorites. Like everyone just talked about Pink Champagne from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Like to me, it was right up there with Birkin, which I also purchased for this little palette. And it just really didn't do much of anything for me. It was super light on my eyes. I had to use, you know, some sort of like MAC Fix Plus and really spray my brush and really dip it in like 7 times just to get the pink to like kind of show up on my eyes. I don't know, like I wondered for a while if I got a dud because it just doesn't really do much for me, and that made me pretty disappointed. But yeah, the Pink Champagne from Anastasia Beverly Hills was not doing it for me. Then I have 2 brow products to talk about. Oh, brows. If you guys have followed my channel for a while, you know that I have like a serious struggle with eyebrows, but this proves that like I've tried different products, but one product that really did not work for me was the Browder, and this is from Pure Cosmetics, and I love Pure. I use Pure all the time. They're one of my favorite brands, but this one just really, I don't know, I thought was really strange. So it's their Perfecting Brow Powder. So this is what the applicator looks like, and I don't know if it was just between the applicator, which it is pretty stiff, but I don't know if it was because of the applicator, because it's kind of like a powder, but then it like morphs into a gel. I don't know, but I just couldn't vibe with this thing. I tried it several times just to see if I could get it, but I couldn't get it. I just really didn't even understand the product as a whole, so that was a little disappointing because I love Pure, and so I thought I'd try something different and maybe you'll really love it, but that one was a no-go. And then another one that I tried and just really didn't love is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. So a lot of people like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz brow pencil, I don't know, the Anastasia one gets a ton of hype. I've never used it, obviously. Gets a ton of hype, and people always say that this NYX one is a dupe for it, and it's, you know, less expensive because it's from the drugstore. And so I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. It does have the spoolie on one end, and then it has a really like precise brow pencil on the other. And I don't know, like first of all, the spoolie actually pulled my eyebrows out, which was crazy. Like I remember the first time using it being like, am I supposed to lose eyebrows when I use an eyebrow spoolie? Like that's weird. And then I just couldn't get a lot of product out of it. Like I would have to press so hard and like drag across my eyebrows to get anything to happen, and it was not for me. I tried this a lot. I did not want to give up on it. I just kept thinking it was probably user error because I'm not really super eyebrow friendly. So I was like, no, it's got to be me. Keep trying it. But definitely did not work out. The Goof Proof from Benefit is definitely the way to go. So these 2 brow products were big disappointments for me. So I had a couple products from Wet n Wild that did not work out the best for me. So one was their glitters, and what's really interesting about this, they're just like single glitters. They're 99 cents at Target. What's really interesting to me is that one of them is really good and one of them is really bad, but I seriously can't remember which one. Like one, when I used it, it went on so well. I want to say it was like the silver, that it went on really well and looked really nice. So then I grabbed the gold, and I actually was filming a makeup tutorial and I had to scrap it because this is so bad. It was just like oil. Like you were just putting oil on your eyes and there was like a little bit of shimmer to it. It was really bizarre. I think it was the gold one. But it was weird because, you know, the exact same product, launched at the same time, bought it from the same store, bought it at the same time, and they were just totally completely different. So that was really, really frustrating to me. Even though they're only 99 cents, like I was excited because I thought they'd be really good after I tried the silver, but I just hate that inconsistency. It drives me crazy. And then another one from Wet n Wild that I didn't love is their matte liquid lipstick. This was released with their fall collection and it's in the shade Don't Be a Plum Plum, and it ended up just being super, super patchy. There's what that one looks like. It just ended up being really patchy, really streaky, and especially with such a dark color, all of that is really going to show, and it just did not look good. I gave it a couple tries trying to be fair, and it just was no good for me. I did recently just talk about the liquid Catsuit lipsticks from Wet n Wild, and I didn't love them, but they're good. Like, they're good for a drugstore liquid lipstick for $5. Like, they're good. This one to me, like, isn't wearable. I just need to get rid of it. So yeah, that was a big disappointment for me. I love Wet n Wild. I like so many other products, but these guys were no good for me. The last two that I have to talk about are products that recently launched, and I did videos, lots of videos on them on my channel, and they were big, huge, massive disappointment failures to me. So one is from Smashbox. It was one of their new cover shot eyeshadow palettes. I got mine in Softlight. So first of all, the biggest disappointment with that one was that I thought I ordered a different one from Sephora when they launched. I was sent Softlight. I really didn't have a lot of interest in Softlight, but before I was able to make the decision to exchange it for what I actually wanted, they of course were sold out because everything sells out in 5 minutes and then you can't get it again. So the palettes did come back in stock later, but it was already, you know, I was like, I buy things super early like that and get them shipped to me super fast so I can make the videos on them. That's why I didn't exchange them even when they finally did come back, because I just had to bust into it and use it and make my videos. I'll leave them linked down below of what I thought of the Softlight palette, but not only was I disappointed that, you know, obviously I was sent the wrong palette, but I didn't love it at all. They were way too soft, just way too not my, you know, type of style. But what really like disappointed me the most, I truly think about it, was that we were really given like no information. This launch like kind of came out of nowhere. We'd had very little time, very little to go by. They released 7 of these mini eyeshadow palettes at the same time. And then when they released even a day earlier on the Sephora website, which nobody was expecting either, you had to make the decision and make it fast because they were gonna sell out, because again, all makeup sells out so freaking fast these days. So it was kind of like a mad scramble, and you know, that was really like, just the launch was weird to me. We didn't get a lot of information, we didn't get a lot of swatches. We just had to pick from 7 eyeshadow palettes. It's, you know, it's not like they're just releasing one eyeshadow palette and being like, here you go, you know, get it if you want it. You're trying to decide, and they're $29 a piece, so you don't want to start, you know, getting 2 and 3 and 4, because then you're spending a lot of money on little eyeshadow palettes. So that was what was really disappointing to me. And I just didn't like the way that the launch went, and then getting the wrong palette just disgruntled me even further, and then I didn't like it at all. So then that truly made me very angry. So I ended up returning it to Sephora. So the Smashbox Cover Shop palettes did not work for me. And then the other one that didn't, you guys are probably not surprised at all, we could probably just all say it together, was the Too Faced White Chocolate Chip palette. Oh my word, I was so disappointed in that palette. There was of course a lot of hype around both the white chocolate chip palette and the chocolate chip palette. They released at the same time. Again, they were mini palettes, and I decided to purchase mine because I don't have any of the chocolate bar palettes from Too Faced, so I thought it would be a good way to get in, because they're supposed to be like minier versions of some of the chocolate bar palettes. So I thought it would be a good way, have a mini eyeshadow palette, save a little bit of money, still get in on it, and no. It was so bad, you guys. Again, I'll leave my videos, I'll link down below, but I was super disappointed in that. And I remember I actually took back the Too Faced palette and the Smashbox palette at the same time. I took it back to the Sephora and got up to the desk, and I set them down, not in a bag or anything, just I had them in my purse, I set them down, and the woman, like, not even, I mean, she saw me that I wasn't walking around the store, but she just immediately goes, "Returning them?" And I said yes, and she didn't even ask me why, reasonings, anything like that. Like usually they'll ask me some sort of questions. Did it not work out for you? You didn't like the color? Was something wrong with it? And she just like gave a little laugh and asked for my email address, and off we went. And I was like, I think she knows. I think she knows that between these two palettes that a lot of returns are coming in. I really didn't see very much positive feedback on the Too Faced palettes, both of them, the white chocolate chip and the chocolate chip palette. So super disappointed in them. That might have been like my most disappointing product of the year, quite honestly, if I had to pick one. Really bummed about that. And honestly, it's kind of like made me weird about Too Faced in general. I did a will I buy it on the Too Faced Peach collection. I recently talked about the collab that they were coming out with Kat Von D, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna need a little bit more time to get over the white chocolate chip palette. Like I'm gonna need a little bit of time. So yeah, but that is gonna be the last item that I'm talking about for my disappointing products of 2016. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for my disappointing products of 2016. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful in some way. Again, I hope that you guys know that I'm not trying to like bash on any of these products or companies or anything like that, but this video had been requested and I thought it would be an interesting one to do. I do my will I buy it videos where I talk about products and, you know, if I'll buy them and go into depth in there, but I don't try to be a negative channel. I don't have like the clickbait titles and covers just to bring you guys in to bash about other people and gossip and, you know, do all that kind of thing. That's not what I want my channel to be. But I do like to do reviews and product reviews, and a lot of times if I don't like products, I do just kind of gloss over them, skip over them. Sometimes I'll talk about them on my Snapchat and things like that, but a lot of times I just kind of like pass over them and pretend like it never happened. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I'll do that. But when this type of video had been requested, I thought, you know what, I'll go ahead and do it and, you know, try to give a fair and honest review on each of the products that I'm talking about. And again, they were disappointments for me in different aspects, and hopefully I explained them good enough. But I just hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for requesting them. I really appreciate when you guys request videos. I don't think this would have been a video that I would have thought of by myself. Like, I've seen other people doing them, but I never had it in my mind that, oh, I should do that video. So I appreciate it. Please do keep the requests coming in because they really do help me out so much. But that's gonna be it for this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure you are subscribed before you go, and I'll catch you real soon in my next one. Bye.